If your friend just adopted a new puppy and you're ready to give them a fantastic pet parent gift, there are some great things that you can be considering giving your friend that your friend probably has not thought of. Now, there are some things that pet parents need to decide for themselves. The type of harness that their dog is going to wear, the type of car seatbelt that they're going to use, the food that their dog is going to eat needs to be researched and decided by the pet parent. But there's some stuff that as people are preparing for new puppies, whether they are established dog owners or they are brand new, that probably will not cross their mind. They're going to be thinking about the basics and the essentials, and we want to give them something that's going to be incredibly beneficial and helpful to them, that is not going to be on that first tier of, I have to have this, but when you show up with it, is going to be a potential game changer for them. So let's break down some really cool ideas for you. And you can even create like a gift basket out of all this. If you want to give them more than one thing, by all means, create some gifts. And if you want gift basket ideas for under certain price points or for certain reasons, go ahead and let me know. I would love to create content on that for you. Now, the first thing that I love to give to people who are getting a new puppy is a long lead leash. This is not a standard leash, and this is not a retractable leash. This is a long lead leash. I will link these down below for you, by the way, if you want things that I'm talking about and things that I recommend and things that I use, so you can get that easily accessed for you. So a long lead leash is going to be really good for training dogs. Most people don't realize they're going to need a long lead to train your dog to come. You clip it on your dog, particularly onto a harness, not to a collar, so we're not choking the puppy. And when we say come, we give them a little bit of a tug. If they're not coming, we help them along. We teach them how to do it by using that long lead leash. Retractable leashes just do not work for this, no matter what your opinion of them is. It's just not functional for training with the come command. But I particularly like waterproof long lead leashes. So even if they already have something for training, this is something they can use on adventures. That waterproof leash means they can go out in the rain. They can go hang out at a lake or a pond or the ocean. They can go on adventures without worrying about it getting icky or smelly. They can wash it off. It's very easy to use. So a waterproof leash, bonus points for one that floats on water. I used to have one that was really good, and when I went to get the longer version of it, they no longer made it. I was devastated. I had to get something else. But if you have access to things that float, to things that are reflective, all those things are going to be good. I recommend neutral colors. Go for black, go for gray, go for brown. Try not to get bright orange. Try not to get bright pink. Those are not going to be great for everybody. And because you are going to be gifting this to somebody who is going to use this out in public, you want to make sure you have something that's going to be functional for them. Unless you know them really well and they're all about those neon colors, go with the neutrals. And that long lead is going to be incredibly helpful for as you are traveling, as they're doing things, as they're training outside, as they're training inside. I cannot say enough good things about those long lead leashes. But my number one gift to give people who have dogs or any pet with fur is a fur detailer. Those things are amazing. It's a little triangle-shaped tool designed by people who do car detailing, and it is to get fur off of cars, off of couches, off of your carpets, and they're especially helpful for carpeted stairs. These are things I rave about. I have done lots of videos on this detailer because it is so incredibly good and incredibly helpful. It has 3 different sides to it. So it's, the fine and refined detailing and more of the pick up big clumps of fur. And this does really well for going over carpets after you vacuum for what the vacuum missed. I cannot tell you how much fur you realize the vacuum misses until you have this detailer. Even if you have the best vacuum, it's going to miss stuff. This thing is elite. And it does really well to just kind of ball up all that fur and debris and the stuff that the dogs track in from outside. It just gets it all in one little clump and you were good to go. It is also very soothing to use. If you are stressed or overwhelmed, you need to calm yourself down. It's a great way to just relax and deal with your stress so that you do not have to let that build up. It's also really good because then you can clean while you're getting out of that stress. I love it. It's elite. It is my number one gift for giving to people because it is so incredibly valuable for the people who are going to receive that gift. And for me as a pet owner, I am completely okay getting that from more than one person. I'll keep one downstairs. I'll keep one upstairs. I'll keep one in my car. I'll keep one in my travel bag to take to hotels with me as I am traveling with my dogs. I will never say no to a fur detailer. Emergency kits are another thing that you can be getting for your friends. Now, as they are adopting puppies, they're probably not thinking about the emergency situations that could potentially come up with their dog. And so this is a good opportunity for you to swoop in with those emergency kits. These people can then add things, take things away that they don't feel like they need. But having that foundational emergency kit as a gift is definitely a winner. And even if they already have their own, they could potentially go through these things. Now, we have a full video on creating emergency kits, but you're going to think along the lines of gauze and Q-tips. You're going to think along the lines of hydrogen peroxide. That is incredibly important. You're going to think, what injuries could these dogs have? How can I help to maintain these dogs or to clean up these dogs when they are doing things? Water wipes are a really great opportunity for you to give them something that they're probably not going to think of unless they're paying attention to this channel. So go through the video on the emergency kit. I'll link it down below for you. That's going to be a really good opportunity for you. And you can come up with like a case to put it in, a bag to put it in. I like to have a bag as an emergency kit and a bag as a to-go bag for my dogs to make it very easy for me to grab and go if I need to. And you can come up with ideas like that as well, depending on the person that you are going to be giving this to. Now, another thing that you can be doing is a leash with traffic handles. This is something I only discovered recently, and I have been a dog owner my entire adult life, and I had a dog growing up. So those leashes, like a standard size leash with a traffic handle, elite and a game changer. Traffic handles are really nice because they're built-in extra handles on the leash. So with a standard leash, you have that loop at the end that you can hold on to, but then they have extra traffic handles sewn on somewhere over the course of that leash. Most of them have it down near the dog, so right at the very end in case you need to grab your dog and hold them close to you. Some of them have them in the middle as well, depending on how long the leash is going to be. And I really like those padded traffic handles because then it doesn't hurt you as you're holding on to it. We all remember those leashes back when we were children with our dogs that just tore up your skin if your dog like pulled or slipped off of your wrist. They weren't fun. They didn't make leashes great back in the day, but the padded traffic handles are just much gentler on your skin, especially if your dog is pulling or you have to like pull your dog back. It's going to do a lot less damage and a lot less rope burn against your skin as you are holding these. So things with traffic handles are incredibly helpful because then it's more points of contact. You can hold the end of your leash, but you also have the opportunity to grab lower on the leash to get your dog closer to you, to control them a little bit more, and to make sure everybody is safe as you are out and about with your dog. Leashes with traffic handles are incredibly helpful. And of course, you cannot go wrong with getting your friend poop bags and a poop bag holder. Your friend is going to go through these unless they happen to live out in the country and they aren't using those poop bags and they never, ever, ever travel with them. But it's always important to have them as a backup, just in case you need them if you're going for a walk around the neighborhood, if you are going on a trip to the beach, if you're going on a road trip. We use them for a lot of different things. And even if they don't use them for picking up after the dog that way, if the dog gets sick, if they have to clean up inside, there's still so many uses for them. I keep rolls of poop bags everywhere. I have them in my purse. I have them in my bags. I have them in my car. I have them in the console of my car. I've got them everywhere so that if I need to touch something that's kind of icky, like a germy area, I can use them there too. It is just very helpful to have those poop bags. But in addition to that, I really like the idea of having a poop bag holder. These are the little things that clip onto your leashes or your bag or whatever, that once you have a bag that has been used and tied up, you can just slide that right over the poop bag holder and you can carry one, two, sometimes even a couple of bags if you've got a lot of dogs without having to physically hold it to get to a place to throw it out. So a good example of this is if you're at the beach, you're walking around with your dog, and your dog goes to the bathroom, you can clean it up in the bag, tie it off in a knot, slide it over your poop bag holder, which is attached to your leash, and then you can walk down the beach until you find a trash can to throw it out on, and you do not have to hold it. You do not have to worry about accidentally dropping it because it is safe and secure inside of that holder that's already clipped to your leash or your backpack or whatever it happens to be, and it just makes it more simple to take care of cleaning up after your dog without having to deal with it for a very long period of time. I also really like using these when I'm out at the park on walks. So I will attach that to, again, my bag, to the leash. If I have a dog stroller with me because my puppies were puppies and couldn't make the entire walk, or I had a senior dog with me that couldn't do the entire walk, I would attach it to the stroller so that I didn't have to deal with it because my walks on the beach, are not on the beach. The walks on the beach had lots of trash cans. The walks in the park did not have lots of trash cans, so I would be holding things for very long periods of time. And if I'm also trying to navigate multiple dogs and people and things that they shouldn't be eating, it can get complicated to also carry poop bags with me. So having that little clip is incredibly helpful. So you want to make sure that as you are gifting things to your pet parents-to-be, you are taking into consideration who they are, their personalities, their color preferences, and you want to make sure that you are doing something that they may not have thought of themselves. So allow them to buy their own dog food, their own dog treats, their own even dog toys. You can try with the toys. Those are like supplemental things that you can get. And for puppies, that's kind of nice, but for older dogs, that may not be the best choice. And then you want to think things through of what have they not thought of yet? How can I be of service and helpful to them? Those long lead leashes, the emergency kits, the traffic handles, talking about the different poop bag things, and some of those other things that we discussed are going to be really helpful for them and things that they probably would not have thought of, especially the fur detailer is going to be a huge hit with your people. And then you want to create a beautiful little basket with it or a nice little gift with that and send it along to your friend who is about to adopt a dog. Again, if you want ideas for how to create gift baskets for under a certain amount from Amazon or from different stores, go ahead and let me know. I will create those videos for you and follow along for daily videos as we help you navigate being a dog parent so that you can give your pup the best life possible without extra stress and overwhelm as you are creating your best life. We'll see you in the upcoming episodes.